Everything. That's why I'm nervous. Good evening. And first of all, thank you for pleased to be here. Thank you for listening to us, members of the board, Mr. Superintendent. Thank you for listening to us, and thank you for taking the time to listen to our requests. And we, as parents, sometimes have questions, and these questions require answers. This is the fourth time I've been supporting a principal. Come here to support a principal. Once in elementary, another time in intermediate, and 2 times for Mr. Patrick. And the students at Valley High School, the students are not happy what's happening at Valley High School. And my son was accepted at Godinez, but he's still going to high school, to Valley High School next year. This year I don't have any students at Valley High School, but because I'm a Falcon parent, I wanted my son to be there. And I promised him that if he was accepted to Godinez, he would go to Valley High School, and he was looking forward to seeing Mr. Patrick there, and now he's no longer there. What happens is we have good principal. When the principal left, the previous principal left, I was concerned. I went to complain. Who are they going to bring to us? So Mr. Patrick asked me, "Are you complaining about me?" And I said, "No, I want to see what you have to do." And he proved himself that he was a capable principal. And I've been a volunteer, and he earned my respect. I've been a parent volunteer for over 20 years at Santa Ana Unified, and I'm proud of Santa Ana Unified. I know that fundamental schools are not the only good schools. Every school is good. My son was at Mendez. For the first time in a fundamental school, he went to Mendez. He was accepted to Godinez, but now he's going to Valley High School. And I know that challenges are not easy. So you need to take the challenges and go with them with strength. And my daughter graduated from Valley High School and now is at Santa Cruz, UC Santa Cruz. And many successful students have come out of Valley High School. She wanted to be here to support Mr. Patrick, but she said that she can't. There are actually 10 students that are at Santa Cruz, UC Santa Cruz, and they are wanting to come back. They're wanting to come back to Santa Ana to give back and to come back to Valley, because I want to be their voice, the voice not only for their dreams, but the voice for them to come back, to give back, and to give back to their principal. My daughter is sad because my son, who's going to Valley, will not see Mr. Patrick there. So we like to ask for your support for this, and thank you for taking the time to listen to us.
Yeah, Cesar, you're good.
Thank you.
You could work at the United Nations.
Yeah. Excelente.
Yeah.
Momentos, padres.
Padre, if with your permission, mire, no les voy a hablar en español, pero no podemos responder a algo que no está en la agenda. Y quiero que entiendan algo. Esta mesa directiva nunca va a tomar ninguna acción, ¿verdad?, que esté contra el interés de ustedes como padres. Que lo entiendan, ojalá. Hay ciertas cosas que están bajo el calendario personal que no se pueden discutir por respeto al señor Patrick, por respeto al instituto. Entonces, ojalá que entiendan esa parte. Yo también fui padre de un hijo que se graduó de la Valley. La señorita Cecilia también se recibió de la Valley. Todos tenemos el mejor interés de todos nuestros estudiantes, no nomás de las escuelas fundamentales, de absolutamente todos. Una cosa que estoy de acuerdo con ustedes es que se les debe de tomar en cuenta en que deberían de haber ido a platicar con ustedes para decirles que iba a haber un cambio. Y por eso les pido disculpas de parte de la mesa directiva. Ahorita les vamos a pedir al superintendente que tome esa acción y que los tome en cuenta de esa manera. Lo que no quiero es que ustedes regresen a la próxima junta porque no les vamos a poder dar la respuesta que ustedes quieren, porque lamentablemente eso es personal y no se puede discutir al aire libre. Por eso les pido disculpas, pero le vamos a pedir al superintendente que tenga comunicación con ustedes. Okay? Dr. Noji, I was asking, if we could have, I think one of the things that we needed to do as a board is maybe direct the administration, just out of courtesy, maybe letting them know that there was going to be a transition. That this is a parental group that's extremely involved. very important to the success of our school there at Valley. And I think that they're deserving of at least letting them know that there's going to be a period of transition and maybe trying to appease some of their concerns. I did explain to them that this is a personnel issue, and so unfortunately, whether they come back to the next meeting or the next or the following, we will never be able to address that because it's something that cannot be addressed in a public setting. But I think it would be imperative for us to have that conversation with this parent group and let them know that we appreciate their support and that we want to be supportive as well.
Nosotros como padres Falcons ya habíamos tenido algunas peticiones y parece que el señor Comfort también lo había hecho para que fuera alguna persona, por lo menos como padres Falcons, a darnos explicaciones. Parece que se nos han estado dando largas al asunto y no hemos recibido respuesta. Por eso estamos aquí.
Es un proceso largo y es algo que realmente no se puede dar una respuesta hasta que se tenga una solución. No es una excusa, es la realidad. Pero pienso que con esta dirección que le estamos dando a ellos van a poder tener tan siquiera unas respuestas a sus preguntas. Y les damos las gracias por venir. Buenas noches.
Okay, so one of the points we want to make sure, Superintendent Miller, is that you and your cabinet do schedule a meeting with the parents at Valley just to listen to their concerns and answer any questions and assist in the transition, explaining to them our whole process. So thank you very much, gracias. Okay, now back to our agenda. So where are we now? I'm going to indulge the board one more time because we've had some students waiting to present to us, and I don't want to delay any longer their presentation on their senior exit portfolios. So, Ms. Miller, move ahead.
This is our time of year in which we've had our high school senior exit portfolios and interviews, and actually it originated with Century High School, and over the years we have added more of our high schools, and I'm pleased to say that this is the first year that all of our comprehensive high schools and middle college high school have actually participated in our college exit exams. They started anywhere from May 7th all the way through May 30th and involved not only district personnel and site personnel, but also our community. And it's been a wonderful opportunity for our students. So we're going to have just a real quick 1-minute clip that kind of shows our audience a little bit about what that looked like at a couple of our high schools.
Okay, so just to let you know, welcome first to...
All right, Jalissa, can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and where you...
I feel proud of myself, and the questions were easy. They just asked you, what you want to become in life, I guess, and where you want to be, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
And did you feel like you were prepared by Valley to do this kind of an interview and to get out in the world and do the things you want to do?
Yes, I was. I was well prepared for it.
I think this is important because really in life, in order to reach success, you're going to need interviews for your future jobs, and I think this is a good preparation for that.
I enjoyed it a lot. I was a little nervous, but everything came out to be pretty good. The people who interviewed me were really good. My experience was awesome.
It does help because I've never experienced anything like this. So meeting new people who I don't know, talking about myself was kind of weird at the time, but then it was like, oh, they need to know about myself so that they know who I am.
Daisy, how did you prepare for this interview?
I stayed after school at the Higher Ed Center to finish my senior exit portfolio, and I asked my teacher for help.
So they helped you prepare very well?
Yeah.
And in this project, I learned how the Board of Education plans the best education that it can offer. And I also learned...
The last 4 years, we've gone digital to the point where the students are actually doing everything on the web. It's all cloud-based, which I think gives them the real-life experience of what's happening in the future as we go off. Even as teachers, we have to apply with everything on the web as it is now. So having our students go through that process is very important so that they're ready to go out and be ready to apply for jobs and careers in college in the future.
Thank you. So this evening, we have a couple of our students that, brave souls, not only did they go through the process, which can be very intimidating for our students, but again, worthwhile, but they also volunteered to come and just give you just a very short experience as to what that interview is like. So I'm first going to call up our student from Century High School, that is Luis Cuadros, and coordinator for the high school exit interviews is also here is Angela Wright. Angela, would you stand up and be recognized? Their passion is so much for the kids in this process. Also here this evening is the